Hello, everybody, and welcome to
TTV Mardi Gras.
Don't Take My Spotlight. TTV episode 90. You're not the head of this podcast anymore.
I'm the head now. I'm taking over.
You resigned years ago. This is my show now.
Wow. Some mudslinging going on in this call. What the heck, man?
The TTV overthrowing operation begins now. I'm gonna be ousted out of power. How's it going, guys?
It's going pretty good, gotta say.
Yeah. Oh, that position, man, that position.
What position?
That position.
What are we talking about?
That position.
That position.
That position.
The position.
So far, how goes your Mass Effect adventures?
I am currently going around in the game, Mass Effect 2, scanning some planets. I'm playing on hardcore, which is the difficulty right before insanity, and I got stuck in that stupid collector ship.
Oh no.
Oh,
Kind of-
no.
And oh my god, I was stuck there for nearly 5 hours, repeating the same process over and over again. The only way I managed to actually defeat that mission was because there was a glitch, and Harbinger started shooting the corner of my cover instead of me. I was able to take him out and everyone else, and oh my god, it was hard.
What on earth?
Did you ever go against that thing with the multiple heads inside its mouth?
Oh
with the
yeah,
laser?
that thing is annoying as crap. It was easy compared to the Scions, though. Those things that do like the shockwaves.
Scion.
Those killed.
Yeah,
I
those
didn't mean to
killed
take Garrus and Jack either. They were completely useless. They died instantly as soon as the Scions showed up. So I was on my own pretty much the entire time.
Collectors are brutal.
Oh god, I hate
We are.
Scions.
It's only because
They're not
collectors themselves,
Scions. They're Scions.
Scions, whatever, they're stupid.
Scions.
No matter what they are, they're stupid.
Scions.
But yeah, no.
The Ski-ons.
The collectors themselves are actually pretty easy to defeat.
Ski-on, ski-off.
Wow.
Hey guys, let's go skiing.
That should be the episode title.
We're gonna ski on
I
what?
go skiing. Skiing Warner.
Skiing Warner. Skiing Warner.
Skiing with the
Skiing
Skiing
Warner.
Wow, just wow. I don't believe that at all.
Well, this episode's off to a great start.
He's gonna listen to this and be in the comments going, "Wait, how dare you guys do this? Stop talking about me in the pod."
Yeah, first he was the lazy Grinch, now he's Skiing Warner.
Skiing Warner.
Skiing Warner, the lazy Grinch. The lazy Grinch 2,
Wow.
Skiing Warner returns.
Assuming direct control.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you much. Now.
Oh god, the Viper left.
What, I guess, before we actually start talking about stuff, I'd just like to put out a quick message and alert to everybody.
Uh-oh.
First of all, a little fun fact about this episode is that this is the second time we're recording it. I feel like you should be made aware of this. We recorded an episode, and then it was actually, there was an error in the editing process.
Yeah,
and
VAR
was
screwed
rendered
it all
unusable.
up.
No.
Hey!
Thanks,
Audacity.
for.
I really don't like
No.
you
See,
at all.
There's nothing wrong with Audacity. It was just VAR being dumb, and he
There
lost
wasn't
the
an
entire
error.
episode. But it's okay, because I wasn't even in the initial recording.
I really
There was-
hate
yeah.
you all.
There wasn't an error
Thanks,
in the
Var, for
editing
screwing it up
process.
so I could show up.
There
Leave
was
me
just
alone.
a VAR.
There was just a VAR. Wow.
When
First there
VAR
was editing,
strike back.
then there was VAR.
There was just a VAR.
A VAR.
Before time began,
Wow.
there was the VAR.
And the second thing I wanted to alert people to was that we're going to be taking down a video on the channel due to...
Before we talk
The
about this, we
YouTube
should probably
content
introduce
ID.
ourselves, considering we're like 5 minutes
Oh,
in.
wow, yeah. You know, it's funny. I forgot to do that yesterday too, and you had to remind me.
No, I had to remind you.
Yeah, LJ reminded you yesterday.
Ah, come on,
Okay,
Meso.
cool.
Get on top of things.
God, you can't even
your
remember
game
who
on.
reminded you.
Do your
Thanks,
job.
like-
Meso.
It's like I try to be prepared by knowing the episode number, and then I just forget to do the name.
You're like Neville.
Wow,
you need one of those like remember ball things.
Oh no.
Meso along the bottom.
He just likes to forget it all.
But no.
No.
You could really use a remember all.
I'm Mesadak,
I'm Vardaran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Venom.
I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
I'm Viper.
and this is TTV episode 90. Blah blah blah. So anyway,
Hey, yo, no, you
We're
can't
gonna
just
be
blah blah
taking
blah the
down-
intro.
How unprofessional of you, Meso.
we are
Come
going
on,
to be
man,
taking
come
down
on.
a popular
Weren't you
video
saying
on
that
the
you were
channel.
going to worry about the episode number and now you
Episode 90, Skill and the
Well, I already
Virus.
said it at the beginning. Yes, the virus.
don't? Okay, whatever.
But no.
Hooray, the virus.
We're going to be taking down a video on the channel, partially due to YouTube's impending content ID system that's been going on for a while because we don't want to chance any negative effects from it, and also simply because it's run its course and it's a good, safe thing to take it down just in case of anything that happens in the future. The Hero Factory Ordeal of Fire episode
Oh no.
is going to be removed.
No.
And
Meso,
Savage
why?
Planet was actually removed a long time ago because it got a copyright match. But Ordeal of Fire has remained untouched, but we're going to take it down anyway just to be safe. Because it is about 3 years old at this point. Anyone that's already wanted to see it has probably seen it by this point. And if you haven't seen it, there's plenty of other places on YouTube where you can watch it.
No. If you haven't seen it, go to your local store and pick up the DVD, because I
They
saw the
don't
DVD.
sell that DVD anymore.
I went to a Fred Meyer's. The DVD was there along with the season 1 through 2 of Ninjago.
Wow.
Yeah, I
And
guess I
that,
forgot
that
to mention
applies
that.
to everywhere, right? It has to be everywhere just because
I
you saw it
don't
in the
know.
store.
It wasn't even in the Lego aisle. It was so funny. It was like in the.
They expect you to come all the way to your
Well.
local store to get Ordeal of Fire.
Yes, let's do it. Cross-country trip to buy Ordeal of Fire. Even though they bundled it with Savage Planet.
No,
which is a
LJ, you should
worthwhile
go
DVD
there and see if
purchase.
anybody actually went there.
No, I can just go back to the store. The store isn't all that far. Just go back to the store, find it, say, "Hey, does anybody want to buy this?"
And all the LJ fans are there. Like, oh my god, it's LJ.
It's old Jay.
No one would recognize me unless I had my mask. So it's kind of it's a
Attack
Spider-Man
of the
syndrome.
Old J. But yeah. Basically, the only reason we ever initially uploaded the episodes anyway was as a service to the people, because Hero Factory episodes have a tendency to not promote themselves before they air. They'll just stick them on TV at random intervals and nobody knows when
Yeah,
they're going to
and
be on.
even when they are
Ordeal
on
of Fire
TV, they're
premiered
like
at
at
5
in the
a.m.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 a.m. So, the second reason was because, we were a smaller channel at the time, and that helped get us some
Yeah,
views, but that
Back in the day, they were
time's
harder to
passed.
find. Nowadays, they're
Yes.
all over the place.
All
So
views. We would
They
like.
were on the
up,
HF website until a few weeks ago. They took them down. The Invasion from Below update, but they're still on
did they
YouTube.
really? That's
Yeah.
Thanks, Lego.
Why would you
Thanks,
do that,
Obama.
Lego? Thanks, Obama.
It's funny because they only recently added them too, only a couple months ago. And then
Sigh.
they're down again, along with the Breakout game.
Well done.
That's gone too. But no, if you want the episode, if you don't want to buy the DVD, watch it while it's still up. I'll probably remove it on Monday, Tuesday. Just giving you a little bit of an advance heads up. And now, yeah, aka tomorrow. Now the real episode can begin.
Finally,
Finally.
we're like, 20 minutes in?
Yup, we've had little Z discussions.
We're only
and
9 minutes in.
dialogue.
It's okay.
We've had quote-unquote interesting discussions.
Yup. So let's see what's first. Probably the Ninjago episode controversy. Dun dun dun.
Oh
Dun,
man,
dun,
are they
dun.
gonna jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin?
Oh my god,
like
shut
it.
up. I don't like you. I don't like
Easy
you
posted a
at
news
all.
article.
Okay, listen, pal. You and Viper and Venom have been the ones like singing that stinking wrecking ball thing. You know, the least I can do is actually sing.
No copyrighted music.
Copyright.
It's not
Wait a
copyrighted.
second.
I'm saying. Okay, yeah, you're right. It is copyright.
Copyright.
I'll probably get content ID matched for that.
Right. We probably will. The funny thing is, we probably will. That's so sad.
The FBI are gonna
the FBI
like,
will come
kick in
through
your
the window and be like, "Hands on the ground,
Hands on the
Police are coming
ground.
in.
Hands on the ground.
coming in."
Looking
He
like a
was
fool.
singing copyrighted
And like a fool with their
music.
hands on the ground.
Throw him.
Is it
to
still
jail.
copyrighted? Is it still copyrighted if we change a lyric?
Probably
In
not.
the future, there'll be like copyright claims in public, and someone like starts singing a song, and they'll just like get a strike.
Get strike.
Yup.
But like
Get
singing,
strike.
like, I don't know, like Gangnam
Toast.
Style or something, and then the police will like come down from the sky and be like,
Open Gangnam Style.
No.
No. I thought I'd go.
You
a
guys
lot
just don't like
longer
good music.
without hearing
Hey,
that.
sexy LJ. Wait, what?
Whoa, wait a minute.
This is spiraling out of
Where
control
is this
fast.
episode going?
So, VZB posted an article about Ninjago. And at first, I looked at it and I was like, why aren't they a bit late? They're like 2 weeks late with this news. Because for those that don't know, Ninjago's coming on January 29th. And we're going to be doing a coverage and all that fun stuff. But the thing in the article that caught a lot of people's interest was the TV series will continue with 4 one-hour specials. And that was a weird way
wow.
of putting it. Because we were like, aren't we getting a season of episodes?
"That's like a movie."
Four
Well,
1-hour specials, yeah.
it kind of sounds like Sherlock, what Sherlock was doing, where they've got seasons of like 4 1-hour episodes. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what Sherlock is doing.
That's exactly what they're doing. And they're going to be airing one a week, not all on the same day.
Huh.
However,
yeah, it's just like Sherlock.
yeah,
You
the
could
controversy
cherish the
here
look
isn't
of
so much.
surprise on my face.
The controversy isn't so much, the method of
Hi-yo.
distribution itself, but rather it's kind of reignited the good old Chima versus Ninjago wars. Because when you do that in Cartoon Network time, factoring in ad breaks, what they really mean to say is 8 episodes. And you look at the recent season of Legends of Chima, and it had 20 episodes.
Oh, wow.
And Ninjago is far more beloved and successful than Chima has been.
I must
And
admit,
to its grand
Ninjago.
return,
Ninjago.
and it gets half as long of a season as Chima did, and it's sparking rage across the board.
From what I've heard, Ninjago is much more better than Shima. Like, it's in story,
It is in fact
character
much more
development.
better.
Even
Yeah,
though
I've heard
there's
the
the
same.
creativity, might not be as,
Yeah,
widespread, but it's still,
most definitely not.
yeah.
Say what you will about Chima, they do a good job of world building.
I never cared about either one.
Same.
Well, you should care about Ninjago.
Nah.
Because
From what I've seen in Ninjago, it's been pretty good. I can't say I really care about Chima, like, at all. I mean, the sets look
But-
kind of cool sometimes.
yeah,
I think
you see,
Ninjago is better
Yeah,
sets.
you were there for the first Chima coverage we ever did, and you thought it was
Yeah.
like mediocre, and you never tuned
It was
in.
pretty bad.
I only care for the poor children watching and absorbing that garbage.
Yep. Chima's morals are about like drug use.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they're not the right kind of morals. And Ninjago's morals are about like the power of friendship and
Shooting
actually,
up
not really.
speeders.
Yeah.
Shooting
But
up
no.
speeders.
Shooting up
Because the thing with
speedos.
Ninjago, it's had a very interesting TV run. It had 4 episodes. It was successful enough to be picked up for a full season of like. Elder, how long was the Snake season? Was it like 12 episodes?
let me check. I was
14.
like right on the Wikipedia page.
Okay, cool.
The technically the second season was 13 episodes, and then the
Okay,
Snake
yeah.
season was another 13 episodes. Oh wait, no, that was the
Wait.
Snake season. You see, they count the first episodes as kind of like
As part
pilot.
of the same season.
So technically, this is season 3. So seasons 1 and 2. So the snakes and the filler were each 13 episodes.
Interesting.
Now, does the Stone Army, is that where does that fall? Is it included with the
that
filler?
falls in. That's difficult to say. Actually, I think it kind of falls in filler.
Okay, well, bottom line,
I'll check.
the guy was
Even then, it
successful
sounds
enough to get
interesting.
picked up into a full, season. Then they had filler that didn't actually have any new sets in it. It was just them doing random stuff like fighting pirates and clones
Yeah,
and
like
time travel
right.
and absurd stuff.
You actually find that intriguing, okay? Like the thing with Chima, like, oh, the international race for the golden chi. Who actually gives a crap?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't give
Here we
a
go.
crap at all.
If they did a good job with character development, you would want Laval to win, but I wanted him to lose actually.
Yeah, and he did lose.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm glad
multiple
Laval.
times.
Here we go.
Laval's the worst thing about Chima.
He's one of the worst.
He's
so-
a bad stereotype for young people.
Yeah, Zelda.
Rise of the Snakes from 2011 to 2012. It was 13 episodes, and that started, Rise of the Snakes, and then it ended with Day of the Great Devourer Part 2. For Season 2, it started off as the filler, and it didn't officially, quote-unquote, begin until about the Stone Army, which was like episode 20 of the entire show. I don't know the actual date.
Okay, so like 7 filler episodes, and then the remainder was the actual
about
canon
seven quote unquote story episodes.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what you got there.
The controversy comes from the fact that Chima's 20 episodes. People are like, oh well, they got 20. Why do they get such special treatment? And then you look at that season of episodes, and half of it is nonsense filler that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Boring.
Whereas
stuff.
Ninjago had like, if you wanted to watch their filler, it was entertaining, but it was distinct enough. You knew, okay, they're biding their time. You could skip it if you want. With Chima, it was just woven so intricately into the plot. Chima's plot was wrapped up in the first 2 episodes. It didn't need a
was.
show. It really didn't. So the controversy is being raised it's being raised from the fact that Ninjago is only getting 8. Does that mean Chima's still eating up the budget, or does it just mean that they want to tell a story, they don't want to put a bunch of filler in it to extend the length of the show?
I think that I hope Lego has learnt their lesson about Chima.
Well,
I
that's
don't.
That really crappy TV show, it's really crappy series.
Throwing money into something doesn't make it good.
Well,
Yeah.
But
Supposedly-
Kind of like Bionicle.
Yeah, like Bionic 2006, they
No.
threw everything in there, and the sets were the same, basically.
No!
And I hate to say, yeah, the Paracas were.
I haven't done recaps
clone sets,
on the 2006 sets yet, but I'm gonna shoot that down right now. Bionicle sets, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, the Paraka. They
But-
had basically the same body shape,
That's-
apart from
that's-
different weapons and
that's-
different heads.
It's fine and all, but the Paraka were a completely new build system as well, including the Unica. So on the one hand, they were all very similar sets. On the other, it was basically a Hero Factory build system revolution, only for Bionicle.
Yeah, it was all new though. I mean, it was duplicates, but like think of all the years after that, where it started to become duplicates for everything, and every year prior, or afterwards, it was duplicates. You'd say like what were they? Not Fantoka, but the Mistaka were very, very, very unoriginal as far as design goes. But pretty much everything in 06 was brand new. No, everything was brand new in 06.
I have a question. Did the glow in the teeth dark and the lighting up sword actually make a difference to the
Wait.
sales?
Did you say glow in the teeth dark?
Glow in the teeth dark.
TTV episode 90, Glow in the Teeth Dark.
That's right,
Yes.
everyone. TTV episode 90, Glow in the Teeth Dark.
Wow,
My dark
I think
really
that may just
glows
have
in
to
the
be the
teeth.
title.
Glow in the teeth, dark.
Glow
Alright, but
dark
anyway,
teeth.
I don't
Today.
know, but the point is,
I doubt
Lego
it.
threw a
That's
lot
what
of
I meant
money.
by budget.
I
Like,
mean,
Lego-
it was just
on
little extra
stuff
stuff.
that
I don't think
wasn't
that really.
necessary.
Granted,
I
that
don't think that really
yeah,
added to the cost that much.
yeah. Not to mention, while they did throw a lot into the sets, and while some of the sets were kind of clone-ish, they also threw that into the story, and that's where you got all your characteristics and the books. How many books?
And your
came
favorite character?
Yes.
out?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So the money was pretty worth it.
5 books for 2006, and one of which was nearly entirely devoted to the Paraka's backstory.
And I'm pretty sure 06 actually had a rise in sales anyway, especially with all the advertising they did.
2006, as we found out, was a huge year for Lego.
See,
It was one of its larger years.
the money was well invested.
very well.
Did I say that the entire year was?
Basically, you basically said that putting money into it was a bad idea because 06 led to nothing.
Oh no! I missaid something. I didn't actually mean. I
What
meant
I've been
like.
trying to say. what I've been trying to say since this whole discussion started is that it's a common misconception that Chima isn't doing well, but in reality, from all sales reports, it's doing great. It just hasn't surpassed Ninjago, which was
Which
their
is
goal.
amazing, so it's hard to... It's like trying
yeah,
to
I
surpass
don't-
perfection.
Which
Var,
means this generation
you-
has taste.
Yeah, Var, were you here for the revelation about Ninjago and it coming back?
Oh no, he wasn't.
No, but I never really thought it was going to be leaving permanently to begin
Well,
with.
here's the thing is, I want to start the story off with by saying Lego had another similar hit. Amidst Bionicle's run, they came out with another series. You
Oh wait,
guys all know
is
it.
this about the like the petitions and stuff from the parents and all that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've heard
Okay,
about
then
this.
you already know about it, because I was gonna go off of my spiel about like Exoforce and how that was a big hit at the time. It was Lego's first foray into kind of like Japanese mecha things, and it was a big hit. And then that got canceled. I heard actually a little bit ago from a guy who's very big into Exoforce still. Even talked to one of the set designers. Apparently, Exoforce had a similar situation in Ninjago where it was canceled. However, sales were starting to pick up after it had been canceled. So a great comparison can be drawn between Ninjago and Exoforce, because Ninjago got canceled, and then everyone was like, "Don't cancel it, please!" What was it, Mess? Like 20,000 phone calls a day for a few weeks?
Yes.
Jeez Louise.
Some crazy
That
numbers.
that is amazing.
I don't think you would
did
ever
not
see numbers
realize.
like that for Bionicle.
Yeah,
That's
why
the
I
thing,
didn't
though.
get
Granted,
that.
and that's a testament to Bionicle in and of itself. You know, it ran for a long, long time. 10 years is by no means no small mark.
Wasn't it
But-
like the longest set they had set?
Yeah, it's the longest like actual
It's
like
their
original line.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's their longest...
aside from like City and that kind of stuff, but that doesn't really
Those are
count.
evergreens.
Yeah,
I mean, like came up ideas like e.g. Chima and
Original
Ninjago.
IPs.
yeah, they're
Yes.
called original IPs.
Yeah.
So that's their longest lasting. And that pretty much saved that company.
But Ninjago,
Yeah.
Long story.
Yeah, Bionicle
But it-
did.
Long story.
Yeah.
They were near bankruptcy until they came out with Bionicle, which saved them.
Yay!
it took a few years, but yeah, pretty much.
But the thing is, it's very interesting that Ninjago was in a similar situation. I did not realize how popular it was.
I've heard it's really popular. I see it everywhere. Can't go into a Toys R Us without seeing it like advertised somewhere.
I don't go very many places.
Didn't Greg like say that the books were like at the top like 20 books for children's books?
Pretty sure he said something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget if he did. I remember one Bionicle book made it to like the top 100 bestsellers or something like that. I don't know.
Doesn't Greg write the? Yeah, he writes the Ninjago
Yeah,
books too. Yeah.
Greg writes Ninjago books. In fact, recently
Nowadays,
on
it's
Amazon,
graphic
I saw.
novels.
The graphic novels. I saw recently on Amazon an advertisement for the newest one, and I flipped through it a little bit on Amazon. There's a book.
It was a book.
Well, that's just glowing praise. While we're on the subject of Ninjago and Chima, I just want to share this. This is a mock somebody made on Eurobricks, and it's a combiner of the legend beasts. I just want to pass this along.
I'm feeling this is gonna be an atrocity.
What
and,
on earth is that?
I wasn't wrong.
It reminds me of Power Rangers.
Well,
You're right.
actually,
I can see that. Yeah.
For a combiner,
the
it's
animals-
actually pretty
Wow,
good, but the
what
animal
in the
feet
world?
are
Yeah, no,
terrifying.
It has a
On
wolf
second thought,
head
it's
and
not
a
that
lion
bad.
head on its feet.
it's just kind of weird.
With what he had to work with, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I don't know. I think we need to criticize this guy for being hateful because it's Power Rangers-esque.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow, just
boy.
wild. We should criticize you for
Not-
being
not
hateful in
the
that
same.
case.
Been there, done that.
That's what
Oh
he
yeah, we
did.
already did that, didn't we? Well, we didn't, but you've already been through that.
Okay. So,
Well, this is
That
this
is
is actually
that.
pretty cool.
that is that for the Ninjago episode. Controversy discussion, Ninjago, Chima, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
The next big thing is some news which has come out about a returning line in 2014. Those may know it as Agents or Alpha Team, whatever iteration it has been called over the years.
Yay!
Is coming back as Ultra Agents.
What in the world?
Oh, how original.
I know, right? And we have a logo that has been leaked for it, as well as set descriptions and set names. And here is said logo. And
Along in
I-
the Hall of Fame of original names, along with Voom Voom the Vulture.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah,
such a cool
yes.
logo. Yeah.
It
The
was a
logo
really
looks
cool logo.
looks very generic to me.
Such cool.
You see, I know what they're going here.
Much
This
awesome.
Looks,
It looks a bit like the Avengers, how the
It
A
does,
has
doesn't
the,
it?
Many Avengers.
that's the thing. My two complaints with this is that A, they made it try and look retro, like it's actually from the olden days, which they pulled off. Not a big fan of that idea though. The other thing, the way they have this, it looks like A Ultra Agents.
Yeah, it says
no, it doesn't.
it's A Ultra Gen.
It's like people do this. They put one letter in front of two to compensate for it not being two. So instead of Ultra Agents, it looks to me like A Ultra Agents.
A Ultra.
Ultra Gents.
Yes.
A Ultra Glow in the Teeth Dark.
Wow. And the set
Hey,
names
but it's
are
not
as
Ultra
follows:
Gents.
Riverside Raid, Trimmer Track Infiltration, Inferno Interception, Toxicitas Toxic Meltdown,
What?
Hurricane Heist, and Ultra Agents Mission HQ.
Toxicitas.
This is some-
Toxic Meltdown.
This is some high stakes stuff. Dang.
Wow. Yep, it is pretty high stakes. Apparently it's going to be a weather themed wave where it's like hurricanes and earthquakes and
What? How is
Toxic
that anything
waste.
to do
That
with
is pretty high
agents?
stake.
probably super villains with weather machines and stuff.
Agents. Oh yeah, let's talk about
Bunch of
weather.
meteorologists
Dramatic
are up again.
fallacy.
The set descriptions, not actual descriptions, but people that have seen the retailer's catalog, say that
I'm
it's
such a
some
hater.
weird looking vehicles, small mechas, jets. Imagine a crossbreed between Chima and superheroes and you get a general idea. The only thing that grabbed my
Oh,
attention
boy.
was a huge truck. So,
Oh, lovely.
a
I've been
huge
put off
truck.
my
Yay.
tea because of that.
And apparently the villains look like typical jet pilots, which is
That wouldn't
weird.
surprise me.
And
I'm
that's
so
that.
hateful of this new lie.
You
Yeah,
seem to be hateful of everything, Viper.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm so mean.
You are. You should just stop.
kill it with fire.
God, 2006 sucked. They shouldn't have invested so much money into it.
Yeah, they shouldn't have created the Paraka, even though they're
No,
I'm so obsessed with them.
Hey, no, I didn't mean. I didn't know I said that.
Yeah, you did.
Whatever.
You
They
said
should put
it.
that money in the Knight's Kingdom.
Knight's King. Yes, you should have put it into that.
We're getting on
No.
Piper's case for no reason.
I don't
they
want
had-
the glow in the teeth. I don't want the glow in the teeth.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Grah.
Mardi Gras!
Mardi Gras.
I don't want you, Mardi Gras.
If
Oh,
they
wait.
had not invested so much money in 06, put it in the Knight's
No.
Kingdom, Bionicle would have been cancelled in 2008, and Knight's Kingdom, they would have never made HF because Knight's Kingdom would have just gone on to fill the void.
Gosh, 2006, you ruin everything.
God, 2006, you killed Bionicle.
Don't you get it? I regret what I said.
No, you don't.
I wasn't. I didn't
You
even
said
know
it.
I was saying that.
No, Viper.
But
not
you did. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said it.
You must
Yeah.
bow. You must.
That is Agents. I'm looking forward to seeing what the heck is up with Toxikita's Toxic Meltdown.
Toxic meltdown.
No, I
It's
got
kinda
Toxic
see it
Heat's
now.
Toxic Meltdown. I feel like that could
I
be an
can already
episode title
see
too.
Yeah.
You see, recently I got some minifigure packs, and one of the minifigure packs, like one of the first 3 I got, was the the Hispanic fellow with the cheese.
The Hispanic fellow with the cheese.
Hispanic flag with cheese.
Okay, fine.
What a lovely
The
description,
Mech-
Elja.
The stereotypical Mexican fellow with the cheese, and I can already see it now. You see, he's moved on to bigger and better things to become the head of
Bigger
the villains
cheese,
of Ultra.
better cheese.
Bigger and better cheese. He's moved on to become the head of this large Tahita corporation
Tahita?
that goes up. It goes up against the Ultra Agents.
He's
And
moved
for
on
the-
from
so the
American to
set-
Italian.
The set is kind of like this taqueria stand,
And from Italian to Swiss.
and this
So many
this taco
holes.
stand, it launches toxic tahitas at the heroes.
Toxic tahitas and the toxic meltdown of toxic
Wait, what
heater.
exactly are like taquitas? Is that like a mix of fajitas and tacos? Am I missing something here?
I don't know.
And they're cheesy fajitas with tacos added on top.
Tahitas.
I see.
Made by Hispanic men. They slave over those tacos. I mean tahitas.
in brighter
Tahitas.
minifigure news, Panda.
They're made of chihuahua meat. God, he would be so proud.
They're made out of horse meat.
No.
No, no,
No, no, stop.
Well, that's not entirely true. Because that's not entirely true
think we've
because
heard enough from
chihuahuas
you
aren't.
today.
Just stop. Kill yourself.
Wow.
Oh, you're taking it too far.
Yes.
Bury yourself.
We've
while
gone
you're at it,
past
'cause
the
nobody
Omega
else
4
cares
relay
about
and we
you
can't
enough to do
return.
it for you.
Wait, who are you talking to?
You.
LJ.
Okay, I'll go get the shovel.
Okay.
No. Let's just move on to our final
I've already
discussion
killed
topic of the day.
myself by destroying my own favourite
Ernesto.
gear line of Bionicle.
But mange. What do you have to say to me?
It sounded like you said metho.
Metho. No, Metho, don't move on.
Metho the meth dealer.
Breaking Bad.
We gotta
starring
stay
Method
where we're
Man.
at, Metho.
Don't do meth though.
Metho the meth dealer. That's what I'm saying.
Crystal Metho.
Wow. Alright.
You wouldn't happen to
Not
know a
even
Walter
once.
White, would you? Metho?
The final discussion topic for the day is actually not really a discussion topic, and it's weird because we haven't spotlighted a creative work in quite a while. So, and this isn't a formal spotlight, but I just saw this on Eurobricks, and I just have to bring it to attention. It's in direct response to the controversy surrounding the second wave of invasion from below, where Stringer and Nex have been excluded for the second year in a row, and basically retired from the theme because, you know, people believe HF's ending in 2015 anyway. And somebody made a picture, and the title was "Where have Stringer and Nex gone off to?" And it says they've just teamed up with Lucas Valor, Thresher, and Von Ness 2.0 on a galactic crime-fighting escapade, of course. And he has this epic drawing that's like Transformers animated style, and it's of the lesser known HF characters. And one of the reasons why I like it so much is actually not for Stringer and Nex, it's for Lucas Valor. Because for those that don't know who he is, he was some freakish combiner model for 3 of the original heroes. And he looks like that. I'm gonna throw his picture up on the screen. So I like the interpretation of him in that drawing.
What is that thing?
Yeah, what in the world?
It is everything.
Well, I like the simplistic approach to him in this drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ties it all together into a cohesive person, but the combo model itself looks freaky.
Did you just say cohesive person?
No,
I didn't say that at all.
Cohesive.
cohesive.
What on earth, Viper?
But yeah, this is a cool picture. Stringer with his like just blatant microphone shoulders.
Oh, look who's
Your
reading
shoulders.
this topic. Methanak.
I think he needs.
Look at the second post, Viper.
Those aren't microphones, those are speakers.
Yeah, I know. I
Microphone.
corrected myself. I think he needs his electric guitar from his
You mean
breakout
his
wave.
banjo?
You mean
Electric guitar.
Banjo.
The guitar
Banjo.
That was a guitar. It was not a
It was
banjo.
a banjo.
It was a banjo, dude.
It wasn't
Clearly
a banjo.
It was a banjo.
Consider his accent, LJ. Totally a banjo.
That was not a... But he's
Born
supposed to
ready,
be.
Furno.
He's supposed to be a hero version. He's the hero
Wait, what?
version of Jimi Hendrix.
He's a hero
It's-
virgin?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Oh no, let's not walk down this conversational road.
Let's not walk the fine line, please.
He is the hero version of.
He's the
The
hero
what?
version of.
He's Jimi Hendrix. Of
No,
course,
he's
gonna
not.
have an electric
He's
guitar.
nothing like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, but
Behold,
that's
another
what,
Lucas Valor picture.
His name is Jimmy Stringer.
He's nothing
Yeah,
like
it was-
Plays.
Jimi Hendrix.
He plays music.
No, he doesn't.
So there's lots of people named Jimmy.
Yeah,
It's like saying every
that's
Jimmy
Jimmy
out there is
Neutron.
like Jimi Hendrix. Yeah,
J.I.M.I..
exactly. He's not like Jimi Hendrix at all.
Jeremy Springer Show.
Jimmy Springer.
I also love Stringer because it is the color. The drawing has the color combination of all the forms of Stringer. There's the orange as accents, and there's the blue.
Yeah,
and
and it
there's the
actually flows together all fairly well.
black. I know, right?
This is a great picture. I love it.
The only one I don't really like is Thresher on the bottom right because he looks nothing like Thresher. It looks like a completely different person.
Well, what
But
does
that's just
Thresher
me.
actually look like?
Basically, Bulk 1.0 in green with 2 of those weapon
Yeah.
arm things.
And that's supposed to be a big deal?
Not really. It's just something that I noticed.
So you want him to look more like Stringer and not be unique.
Because you know
Cool.
what? Venom Stringer is cool because he has an electric guitar.
No, he has a banjo.
But it's not.
So anyway, I just wanted to
You
give
can
that
find it all you
mention.
want, LJ.
You are.
Believe what you may, LJ, but it is a banjo.
See,
Yes,
even,
believe what
even
you may,
Viper
Viper.
says it's a banjo.
Believe what you may, Viper, but 06 killed Bionicle.
Okay, no, let's not do this. Let's not do this. So that's that. There's just one more thing I want to mention before we end this. And that is a bunch of BZP contests, which are ending soon. Caveat Scripter, a comedies contest based around the Lego movie.
Already ended.
Actually,
LOL.
well, those are the pitfalls of, not releasing the episode on time, darn. The BZP Flickr contest ends in a couple days. You can win Hydraxon
It already
by building
ended.
something. Oh, it did. It ends in 3 days.
No, it already ended.
And then RPG Forum Contest 30, if anybody still cares.
That already ended too, dude.
And it's on
Meso.
January 22nd, it says right here.
Meso. January 22nd was 3 days ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jeez,
See,
Meso.
sorry, audience. Meso's kind of an idiot. We tried to hide him in the
Panda.
bathroom, but he comes out every now and then. We can't have neighbors over because they think he's, you know.
As far as you have Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter. Frodo Bell did say I'm Harry. So, hey.
He said you're Harry? I guess
Yes.
you would know.
But
We
no.
actually keep him like in the small cupboard.
We keep him in the
under
cellar, yeah,
stairs.
covered under the stairs. We feed him every now and then if he cooks his breakfast.
Wow.
Excuse me for a
Well.
second. I must make some noise with bionicle pieces.
Oh, Venom.
Fantastic.
I think this is a good time to end the episode.
Yeah, I
please.
agree. It's actually the same.
And Viper to end her
Disaster
life for all her comments and crimes against humanity in this video.
Wow.
Oh,
So, I thank you all
Venom.
for listening to TTV episode 90. I actually think this went better than the first version.
Really, I
Believe it
like
or
the
not.
first one a little more. I love our Mass Effect conversation.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But
So I think the first and second games are the worst.
you've never played the first and second.
You've never even played them, which you probably should,
well,
because you'd have a lot more
my-
insight on the lore.
My attempt to incite another conversation failed. Let's
Yep.
finish.
Just like how much he hates the Geth because of just fighting them in multiplayer.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
No, they're pretty annoying in Mass Effect 1, actually.
They're pretty
Yeah.
annoying in multiplayer. Not gonna lie, but I don't mind Legion. Then again, all day you didn't get Legion in your playthrough, so that would explain it.
Yeah, but I'm aware of Legion. I don't really care either way. I would have killed him just the same.
LOL.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Don't even know him.
Jay.
Don't even know him, you would have killed him.
Cruel and unusual.
Cruel
You're
and
racist
uncool.
even in video games.
Hey,
is-
okay, you know what? Listen, Var.
No,
Robots aren't a race. They aren't
It doesn't
people.
even. They are in the game. They are a
They
completely
are.
legitimate race in the game. You're just racist and you won't admit that.
They aren't alive.
Yes, they are. They're synthetic.
Thank you
I
all for
can't-
If
listening.
you look at Edie, if you look at Edie and Joker's relationship, and you tell me that
Fine,
isn't
but
true
they-
love, then you're a dirty liar.
Please
Var,
be sure to
listen,
rate,
if
like,
I kicked a guest baby, it wouldn't cry.
Yes, it would.
please
I
be
would
sure to
cry for
like,
it.
favorite, comment, share, subscribe.
Don't
Follow the
subscribe.
Steam group.
Unsubscribe right now.
No,
No,
don't unsubscribe.
Favor.
I dare you. I dare you. Do it. Unsubscribe.
I actually am kind of curious to see if we told everyone to unsubscribe, how many subscribers we would lose.
Quite a lot.
Do it, and I kick another guest baby.
If you don't want the
And Var
Geth
would cry
babies
for it
kicked
just
by
as much.
LJ, don't unsubscribe. Now. We'll see
End
you all
the
next time on the next
episode.
exciting episode of the TTV Podcast. I'm Messina.
I'm Vardaran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Venom.
I'm Mardi Gras. I mean, Ton of Brain Victim.
I'm Viper.
Bionicle
We'll
pieces.
see you all next time. Goodbye.